There's 66 Seth Pettit. He wears those bright pink shorts. He's been a big help to me this week. Thank you, Seth, very much for helping me with racers' names and getting people to the line.
That would have been a lot closer. He bobbled on the
18 years old and does a lot. We got a rider down on the backstretch on the inside split. We got a rider down on the inside split. Race 9 to staging. Race 10 to the ready. And it 12:15. We have adjusted some races around, so I would say we're making time. I won't say we're making good time. We've got a lot of combined classes and laps. This is the national championships, so we want to give everybody their chance in the national championship. We'll figure out a way to make up time later. We have the last 2 days. I feel like we've done a good job, especially yesterday. There's Felix Marninko going across the start-finish line. Good-looking black Superjet right there. Numbers are small. I can't see him from here. The way he rides that SXR, I'm willing to say that one of the riders up front is Josh Simon. Probably one of the other ones, Coy Curtis. I know Hendricks' boat. That's the teal green 701. Again, another two-stroke class, so you can smell that mixed gas when the wind blows this way. It's great, great smell. A lot of that Castor 927 and Klotz Motorsports oil. There's the 308. That was one of the good boats in the Sea-Doo class. We'll certainly try to learn who you are later, sir. There's Hagan on his Superjet, waving at his dad. Good race in this class. They're combined, but they are close. The Superjet's designed to be even. Some of them in the amateur class may get a few more rules to make them a little bit faster, but nothing that's going to make them run away from each other. The Superjet's capable of about 53, 54 miles an hour with a good rider on them. The SXR is set up to be a little bit slower because they're heavier, but they handle the water when it gets rougher a little bit easier. In my opinion, the SXR is easier to ride. The rules are a little bit more lenient towards it, but the Superjets in this class, the acceleration for them is just really, really hard to beat. The Superjets take off really, really quick and give you an advantage from the start, and if you put together a good pace moto, you can stay in front of the SXRs.
Where's Cooper doing autographs at?
Right now, Cooper's actually on break. He just finished an autograph session. He just passed me up, and he was kind of flinging his hand like his hand was tired. And now he's flipping his hair. And he's standing in front of a fan to make his hair blow. Do you remember the Beyonce videos? Everybody. It's kind of like that. We've been talking about mullets this weekend. Cooper does sport a mullet. Cooper among the braced at the races as well. There's a lot of them. But what's funny is, Ryan, you're over there on the mic, right? The fan base around Cooper, they're listening kind of haphazard, and they're like, did you hear what he just said about Cooper? How many of Cooper's fans have been in a John Caldwell pool before? Oh, it's cricket, so that means there's not enough pools. These people need to be in more pools, John. I have never been in a John Caldwell pool, but he said we're going to change that. Again, he offered to get me one of those blow-up pools with an umbrella, you know, like the kids do. And he would write John Caldwell on the side. Looking forward to it. All right. Checkered flag out for race number 8. There comes Hendricks. Whole lot of racing going on, Ryan. Whole lot of shaking going on. Whole lot of racing going on. Oh, that's fine. Well, there's a little bit more of a breeze over here. Well, it's been that way, but our tent's falling down on us. And I don't hear my feedback over there either, which is kind of nice too. We are going to introduce race 9 to you right now. Most of them have been here with us all weekend long, so we're glad to have them back today. On the 410. He was our race director yesterday. He's our racer and official today out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. He rides with Jet Tribe Racing, and he's on at GP1. His wife asked me that he names his ski Pamela. I said I wouldn't introduce that up front, but I'll introduce it today. She's also been giving me updates on Mark Marriott. So thank you so much, Mrs. Stoddard, for all of your hard work on your race team. You have a beautiful race team. That's Brian Snyder on the 410. On the 115 out of Lavernia, Texas, he rides for Pro Watercraft Racing. He's on a Pro Force. That's Billy Katara. Out of Altus, Oklahoma, that's the really bright blue and orange ski. At number 93, that is Don Cope. No thanks. On the 67, out of Henderson, Colorado, I call her Miss Peak Power Sports. That is Kelly Sturr Cantola. No, we're here. Williams.
And on the number 115, but from Lavernia, Texas, that is... Oh, no, on the 51, that's from Liberty, Missouri. That is the Missile, Michael Williams, the Missile.
He is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, wholeheartedly.
Don't say anything negative about the Chiefs. We'll be in trouble.
Or Mahomes, which, hey, but we're the reason you have Mahomes.
All right, this is our race number 9, Ski Masters. These are the folks out here been riding up. They've been riding these courses for a few minutes.
And guys,
well seasoned.
And guys, it says Kawasaki and Yamaha on their stuff, but because that's probably what they started with. But trust me, there is no factory ski out there. It's all aftermarket in this class.
Yeah. So these guys, they've been riding so long, they patched together everything they had to make these fast boats. Pretty much is how is to sum it up.
And this will not last long. These guys are fast. This will go quick. It will be loud. If you think to yourself, jet ski racing's loud and crude, you're about to see it right here. These boats are mad. And they want to race. These are the Lightning McQueens and the Jackson Storms of the jet ski world, folks. They all have personalities.
Watch out. We got the Smith Mama on the beach. Out here checking out national championship races this weekend with us. We got Justin Smith up in the tower on the riders pointing on down the line. The card is up. And the band snaps and they're off.
Green flag racing in the Masters class. Billy Katara, look at the speed out of that Pro Force. He didn't get the best jump. He's cross-waked.
Coming around that first buoy. Let's see what washes out. Whoa, side by side.
Four white buoys going into the front stretch.
All right. Oh, whoa.
We got a rider down. We got a rider down. It looks like Brian Snyder. He's back on his ski.
All right, we got inside-outside racing here.
So with that bobble on the inside split, everybody checked up a little bit. The outside split's now going to come around. And is that Mrs. P?
I think I heard red flag. Red flag. We're going to pull the Masters.
Kelly Cantola getting,
She did not watch the tower.
Oh my goodness. Miss P.
Red flag is waving.
Miss P. Kelly Cantola
here
with
we go.
the
We got
whole
our course
shot.
marshals bringing her back. All right, we're going to redo this, folks, right here. This is called a 1-2 Weatherford, Texas restart.
We're going to re-rack them, stack them, and send them back. It hurts my heart that we have to restart these guys, but in a way, I love the sound of these skis so much, I get to hear it again.
I don't know about you, Joey, but all I hear is dollar bills.
Oops, I did it again.
All right, here we go with our Ski Masters class on the line, ready to rock and roll here. Band is stretched out. We got
these aftermarket hulls. They're made mostly of composite and carbon fiber to make them lighter. The strakes a lot deeper to handle the rough water conditions and make them turn much better. They use the motor out of either a Kawasaki SXR 1500.
And honestly, what's really cool, we have all three of them. Right now, we got Chris Hagan's Pro Course from Havasu. We got Commander Industries out of Phoenix, Arizona, out there on the line. And we have GP1R, Dustin, out of South Africa, out there also. All three top leaders in the industry racing right here in Weatherford, Texas.
A long way from home where the boats originated, but they're well represented here in the great state of Texas. While this is going on, let's try. Yesterday, we'll do it again today. The stars at night are big and bright,
deep in the heart of Texas.
We'll try it again later. That was, instead of a clap, we got a cricket.
We need Chris phone to go off again.
Of course, that now being tribute to me for Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
We're going to do the shoe dance?
I'm good at it. That's the only dance I know. All right, second time around, Miss Peak, Kelly Cantola with the hole shot, Don Cope in second, Michael Williams comes out third.
Brian Snyder and Will Katera of their green flags all the way. First lap coming on down.
So we are green flag racing. They're all in the horseshoe right now. Isn't that a beautiful sound, folks?
You coming for an interview?
You know the most about these skis. We're up here just winging it. Can't say enough about Charles Ginchard. He's up there providing the footage for us, and right now we're working for him. He hasn't thrown anything down at us or sent up any flares to say we're doing anything bad. So Charles doing a great job, doing everything good. The whistle's going. I believe we have a rider down. That's usually what the whistle means. Course marshals are really making their way. We do. We have a rider down on the backstretch. Is it Miss Cantola? It looks like it might be. It looks like it might be Miss Cantola because Don Cope is now in the lead. That's Don Cope on that bright blue GP1 there. Behind him on the 51, that's Michael Williams on the farthing replica ski. Then that boat right there, that's a 1500 SXR and Brian Snyder and Billy Katera. So unfortunately it is Miss Kelly out there swimming on the backstretch. That's the only way to slow her down, folks, is to get her off the boat. Otherwise she is go all the time. I used to race against Miss Kelly. She's a wonderful competitor. No, not in the women's class. Why would you say that? We're also close to the same age, and we can ride in the veterans class, too. Oh, man. No love for Joey D today. Do I need to go get a 232 boat and remind you who I am? My goodness. Race 10. There's also a lot of you. Please make your way to the starting line. This race will not last very long. Michael and Don. I'm combining names. That's Don Cope coming across right there. He's out of Oklahoma. Michael Williams, our chief. He's out of Missouri. I don't know who's on that 1500 SXR, unless it is Kelly Cantola. They didn't put who's on the SXR out there. If someone knows who's on that SXR 1500, please come tell us. Unless, you know what? I bet you I messed something up. I wonder if that is Kelly on the 1500 And that was Jeremy Poper, maybe, on the 67, because he told me he was going to be riding the 67 today, not the 10. And based on that start, that could have been Jeremy Poper out there. And I don't have that correction on my sheet. So if anyone in the pits knows what's going on with that 67 GP1R, excuse me, let me know if that was Jeremy or Kelly. It definitely wasn't Trisha. We know that now. And Miss Stacy, if you're in the audience, please come up. We'd love to get to look at you because you're wearing a wetsuit similar to another rider, and we want to get to know you differently from that other rider. Race 10 on the line. Race 10 on the line, race 11 to staging. Race 12 to the ready. And we have... All right, we'll get him back to him. Okay, if someone has lost a pair of really bright colored gloves, they're in a 100% bag, we have them up at the announcer's table for you. On my sheet, I am full of sheets. It says that we have 17 races today. Good golly, Miss Molly, it's 17 motos, Charles Ginchard. How are you feeling about that? Whole bunch of content. There's Don Cope taking the white flag. We got the hawks out there circling. Must be a fish out there amongst all the water rage. Those are not drones. Those are live birds. They must like the smell of the race gas or something going on. They're out there investigating. There's Billy Katera on that 115. Got a great start. White flag out. They're all in the horseshoe now. Don't have any arguments against the wreck lights class being the race of the day so far. Cooper Caldwell, Drew Stallhut, giving us the best show so far. We certainly thank you boys for that. Drew Stallhut now been a race of the day candidate for 3 days in a row, along with Cooper. What y'all do is a thing of beauty, and we enjoy watching you do it. Here's Don Cope with that checkered flag. Come up. Don't be shy. Come up to the Midway. It's like what I like to call it. I'm the first booth on the Midway. It's under the NaughtyWaterRacing.com tent. And you can meet the famous face announcing all these names and calls. Next to me is 95.9 The Ranch. They're a Texas country station here in the Dallas area. I love listening to them when I come up here. Last time I was up here was for the state championship high school football game, and I listened to 95 Ranch 9 then. Next to them is Moto Option. That's Jarrett Mr. Mullet with Moto Option. He's also got a beautiful new Toyota Sequoia. I'm very, very jealous. He parked in front of me today to rub it in my face. Thank you, Jared. And we've got Ride On down on the beach. They've got a display of Sea-Doos and a four-wheeler. They're under a really neat easy up for Ride On. We also have Jet Tribe at the back of the Midway. Looks like Tim Miller's about to do an interview on the radio, live on the radio. I'll do one too. Why not? I ain't scared. We're going to introduce race 10 to you right now because they're on the line. They're ready to be introduced. Race 11 to stage. Race 12 to the red. On the 43 out of Eldora, Kansas, that is Lily Wright. Here he is the first time this morning on the 106 out of Quinlan, Texas. Riding for Bentley Plumbing, it is Javier Falcone. And out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, Mr. Jet Tribe on the 160, it's Andrew Vo. Back with us again today out of Platmus, Nebraska, it's the 319 of Bentley Cox. And on the 466 out of the Ukraine, he's riding that lightning-fast TCS Marine Superjet. It's Felix Martinenko. Martinenko 466. We had premature acceleration there, guys. That's what the red flag is for. Where we got? Charles. Let's see. There's another. Ty Smith is in this race, too, out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's at the very, very top of the next page. And Ty Smith, I want to say he's on the 155, maybe? He's riding for Molly, LS2 helmets, Blur Optics, ODI grips, and GoPro. That's race 11. No, race 10. Race 11 to staging. We're on page 3 now. See anything you like? All right, we racked him back up, sent him back off. We're going to see how they can. It looks like the start was better this time. I think somebody was dead engine. That's probably the one there in the back, but still really close. A lot of riders on the inside split here. Those are the blue buoys. And as you see, the riders on the outside don't have to take as many of the buoys. They get to sweep the first section of the back, and then they take this just big sweeping red, yellow, red. And they come out a little bit ahead. There's that 515 we talked about. I believe that's Ty Smith. It is. So outside hole shot. That's Felix in the back there. Javier Falcone comes out second. There's Andrew Vo. Felix down on the inside split. I see him there now. Bentley Cox on that black Superjet. Thank you, Bentley, for not having the same color ski as everybody else. That makes it really easy. My buddy Heath, my best friend Heath Hoekstra. I only get to see him a few times every few years, but when we get together, we do it right, don't we, buddy?
Hey, I just got word over here. Moto Option is doing a raffle over here. They have it's a hat, a T-shirt, a koozie, hat, T-shirt, koozie. It's a $5 entry or with a $50 purchase of their merch. Come on down over there and see Moto Option. They got all kinds of really awesome swag.
And they also have stuff to help you racing. They've got gloves. They've got goggles. Do you have a Liat brace, Jarrett? You have a Liat brace for your neck and head? No.
No, if you need a brace, you go up there and you see Jet Tribe.
Okay.
They got some braces up there.
And Jet Tribe's the one that was doing that. I saw some people leave with them yesterday. Brittany from Jet Tribe, she's the one that answers your text messages, emails, Messenger. Brittany, the social media queen of Jet Tribe. In the house today, Jet Tribe California represented in Texas. Did Brittany drive or fly? She flew, and boy, are her arms tired. Look at Javier Falcone and Andrew Vo, second and third.
Those two boys have been battling out all season long between Javier and Andrew.
That's Ty Smith in the front there coming out of the horseshoe. The reason I know him is he was at the Junior Nationals. He tore it up there, too. So tune in to when these kids get together and race. That's how you learn who they are. Now you're getting to see them in person. Not yet. He's building up. He's building up to that. He's ready for another chance at it. I'm smitten, y'all, because my best friend's here, and what I call my little nephew. He's the only chance I'll ever get at having a nephew. And Hank Hoekstra, I love him to death. I look at what he does every day. He rides a four-wheeler for me every day, or he rides a bike for me every day, or he cuts grass,
Hank,
or helps his mom cook.
Are you doing autographs for us this weekend?
He colors.
Come on now.
He does everything a boy should do, and I can't be more proud of him.
That's Joshua, Texas' finest right here.
That's right. Oh, I've seen it. I've seen more than I'd like to. Heath is again. We've been just sharing stuff. We used to shift work together and talk all night, but now we're both on days. And Heath runs trains for a living instead of pushing buttons. He's an inspiring engineer. I'm super proud of him. But the funny part is we both cut our own grass. We don't use Joey to cut our grass. And he always takes pictures of his grass, how good it looks. So I'll take a picture back of how good my grass looks. And the other day I one-upped him and I laid shirtless in my grass, sent him a picture saying, nobody loves grass as much as me, until the next day. And then I got the return picture back. So,
and that was
I don't know if I'm willing to go to the next level picture taking of grass loving, but maybe, just maybe.
That white flag is out. Last lap right here.
I don't know what we got going on behind the starting line right now, but there is a mass of people. They look Cooper Caldwell. No, that's the Jet Tribe stuff going on. Okay, cool.
That's the Jet Tribe, and then we have our race number 11, Sport Spec and Sport Open lining up on the line right now. Race number 10 is underway.
So I'm excited for this. I've got a boat in this class on Hendrick Smith.
Is that the mossy boat?
Yeah, the one that had the moss growing on it, sure. There's some new blood in the class today.
There.
Yeah, there's some new blood in the class today out of the West Coast. It said Arizona on the TX numbers. You can see that. What do they call them in other states? We call them TX numbers. Exactly.
I mean,
whether you're from
Arizona,
California
number,
or
right?
I don't know if they do that or not.
No, they do.
Hopefully, they don't call them registration numbers, because that's kind of bad. Your TX numbers aren't big enough.
Not in Texas.
Not in Texas.
Because they're big and bright.
If you're on the starting line right now, I think you're cheering for Cooper Caldwell. Can you hear me? The big mass group of people on the starting line. Can you hear me? Yes or no? They're not listening. No? Okay. Jackson.
You got good ears, man.
Jackson. Can you see? I can see Jackson. He can't see me, so.
Yeah.
There's old Bentley Cox going across that start-finish line. So, here
we go. Checkered flag is just coming out right here. And here we go. Last rider off the course for race number 10. All right, race number 11 is up next. If the tower will change it over and look at them go. We're on track today. Race number 11 is on the line for race number 11. That is our Sport Open Sport Spec class. On the number 69 in Sport Open, all the way from Kaufman, Texas. That is Joey Malden Moore, hyphenated, for our Sports Spec class, race 11, on the number 37 ski from Liberty Hills, Texas. Sponsored by Pro Watercraft Racing, Austin Jet Skier, Smith Optics Factory, Jet Tribe Racing. On that HX boat, that is Hendrick Smith. On the number 111 ski from Melissa, Texas, the fiber optic master herself, Skinny Casey Moore. On the number 193 HX, local hometown hero from Fort Worth, Texas, that is Cooper Caldwell.
Listen at that cheering section.
That's right. That's Cooper's fan club right there. And on the 924 from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, Parker Kaiser.
I'm real interested to see what Parker Kaiser's bringing to this. I saw him at the Junior Nationals, and that boat had some moto wins. So, Parker, we're excited you're here, buddy. Thanks for making the trek to run in the sports spec class.
All y'all folks that are from out of state, thank you guys so much for coming out and joining us for our national championship right here in Weatherford, Texas. We'd love to have you guys.
I mean, I know this is Dallas, and it takes a long time for me to drive here from where I'm from. But when you come from Arizona or California and you make it to either El Paso or Amarillo, if that's where you enter Texas at, even to get to Dallas, that's a long way.
I see a couple of second timers coming on down to the beach. So JB and Anna from Madison, they joined us last season, and they said this has been on the calendar all year long to come back and do some fine Texas racing with us. Thank you guys for coming back.
Well, let's see if they let that one go.
Let's see Justin.
Let's see if they let that one go.
I don't see a flag coming up. I think we're green.
He's looking. Usually when he's okay. Usually he's looking down at the next flag, but he's
Are
looking
we green
pretty
flag,
hard.
Justin?
I don't see it yet.
I think we're good. We're green flag racing. Inside, outside.
If it wasn't bad, it was close.
It was close.
It was close.
Sometimes he's got a better advantage.
Sometimes close is good enough, though. We got Joey on the outside split on the open class.
That's right.
That's an 1100 in that blaster, not a spec. Wait a minute. Cooper Caldwell, look at this. Cooper Caldwell, Hendrick Smith,
side by side, live action racing.
Going
Watch
into
those
the
boys
horseshoe.
go. He's going to close the box on him. Coming through the horseshoe here,
Cooper getting a facial. Cooper getting a facial from Hendricks. He looks back.
That's Cooper and Henny out there tearing it up on the course right here.
Cooper makes the move on the inside again.
Oh, okay, watch out. Inside, outside on the outside splits here.
So now Hendricks doing what normally he doesn't. Cooper trying. Something happened to Cooper. Something happened to Cooper. Skinny gets by him.
Joey's out there, clean water all the way around. But holding the first class, who's on the outside up there?
Man, they switched. Did they talk about that? Usually Hendricks goes to the inside of the outside split. Cooper on the outside. Hendricks pulls a rope-a-dope, takes Cooper's line away that he's been racing on everything. Cooper forced to go on a line he's not familiar with. I don't know if he missed a buoy or went wide. I don't know what happened there. That's wild. Joey Malden in the open class out front.
Here comes Hendrick Smith right behind him on the number 37 boat.
He's looking like, where did Cooper go? I'm all by myself. But Skinny's like, I'm coming, don't you worry.
Yeah, watch out. She's got the horn button started, ready to rock.
There's Parker Kaiser racing with Skinny there for third. Right. Actually, second and third. There's Cooper.
Hey, they still are. You can just about throw a blanket on them, though.
You really can. I would say a big throw blanket right now, or comfortably a bed sheet.
Is that California King?
I'd give it a queen. Not quite a king, but maybe a big queen. So where I learned that term...
Race number 12. Please come to the line.
I learned that term in sprint car racing. So the beauty of the sprint car race is there's usually about 17 to 20 of them out there at one time. And it's the same thing. One good guy will kind of run away, and then they'll get into lap traffic and slow them down a little bit, and then the faster guys come from the back and catch them. So usually when it's down about the last 5 or 6 laps, a really good announcer will say you can throw a blanket over the top 4 or 5, and that's when you don't need your seat anymore. Kyle Larson is the master of coming from behind for a win.
I will say, look at Hendrick Smith creeping up on Joey in the open class.
So Joey told me yesterday that he thinks he may have hurt the motor a little bit.
When he popped that water line off?
Yes, he thinks he may have hurt the motor a little bit, so they went and double clamped that line. They moved it up on the fitting and double clamped it. And he said that he would just do enough to stay out of people's way. He doesn't want to hurt anyone in the spec class, because this is a payout class for the weekend. So if you didn't come with the opportunity to race this class, shame on you. Because you would have walked home with some money off of this one.
Heck yeah, good. Hey, that is a big thing right here. These are payout classes that are running this weekend.
And
here.
we've already had a few of them this morning. It's where the racing's happy. Rec Lights, I believe, is also one of them, our current Race of the Day candidate. Right now, these guys, Cooper Caldwell, I'm going to have a talk with him after the race because I'm telling you, I can hear it in his voice right now. Hendricks always goes to the outside, or the inside, excuse me. He went to the outside. Cooper was right there with him. We talked about strategy a lot yesterday. Now Hendricks moving to the inside where he started, trying to make up that ground on Joey and stay well out front of Skinny. Cooper has gathered it up. He's now past Parker. Kaiser. See, this is the pass on Parker. That's Cooper and Parker racing position right there. Cooper holds the position. Parker's in chase.
Javier Falcone.
Hey, buddy.
How was that last race, man?
That was Race of the Day candidate right there, bud.
How you feeling? You riding hard?
He's ready for that runabout class now.
A couple of our karaoke ladies from last night. Beach Run karaoke.
Doesn't it cleanse the soul? It does. Was that your best finish in that class? It was. You could tell you were woo. Oh, well then that deserves an interview. All right, guys. Yeah. Well, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Come here, Ashley. So beyond that, do you know right now that you are the top of Race of the Day? Y'all's race right now is Race of the Day, and you were a part of that. You were third, right? Right, so you were just behind the battle going on in the lead. That's right. So, see, you were a part of all that. So how does it feel? Tell us about that. That's your best finish in that class. And right now, you're a Race of the Day candidate. So tell us how you feel.
I'm feeling good. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I'm coming back for Moto 2.
Put that tune on your boat to enable you to be that much faster today.
Ryan at Race Lab Performance.
And are you going to go back to the race lab and tell him you need more?
Absolutely. He actually texted me right after my moto and said that was awesome.
So see, that's what it takes. Ashley is new to jet skiing. She's new to racing, but she came to us. She watched video. She learns from her dad, who's also a good racer. She comes in a wetsuit and great gear. She has great equipment, and she's hooked, y'all. It's not just going to the lake to have fun with her friends. She wants to come to the races and run with Cooper Caldwell. That's her goal. She told me that. She wants to be as fast as Cooper. How old are you, Ashley?
I don't look like it, but I'm 28.
Nothing wrong with that. Cooper's only 15, so your learning curve is a lot faster than his. And then you go, wait a minute. He's looking at me like, why would you say? Older people can learn faster than kids can. So thank you so much. Thank you for bringing Bailey out here to try racing. Thank your dad for introducing it. He's doing well in the beginner class and the open class or the stock class. Do you want to thank anybody else besides your sponsors, maybe at home or watching?
My family and friends are always texting me, hyping me up. Big thank you to Drew Stallhut, Sean, Dale, everyone that comes up and gives me tips and advice and tells me what I can do better.
Where is your home lake? Where can we go ride at you? Where can we go ride with you if we ever wanted to maybe help you or let's say I got an EX and I needed somebody to ride against. Well, yeah, right. So let's say I got an EX and I needed to ride to see where I was.
Or I think they are
to
too,
compare. So where is your lake? So we know where your hometown is, where you're from, where you ride, so we know where to stay away from.
I'm in Montgomery, Texas, on Lake Conroe, but my dad lives on Lake Travis, so you can find me at both lakes all the time.
All right, so she's claiming Magnolia, Lake Conroe is her home, and she's saying Austin is her second home, so that covers a lot of ground with a lot of racers. We might need to talk to Austin Jet Skier for some exposure for you that way, and
That's
certainly
Mike Hills, if you don't know.
I certainly want to talk to some folks in the Conroe area for you, so we'll see if we can have that happen. Ashley Swell, everybody.
Hey, and we got 959 The Ranch up here. They're giving away T-shirts, keychains. They even got some concert tickets. Come on up and see 959 The Ranch right here next to the announcer's booth. All All right, we got race number 12 about to be underway right now. This is our Ski Junior 10-12 four-stroke lights. On the number 41 boat from Wichita, Kansas, that's Tristan Ebert. On the number 319 from Plasnet, Nebraska, that's Bentley Cox. On the number 466 boat from Flower Mound, Texas, Felix Marinko. On the number 627 from Wichita, Kansas, that's Trent Cornett. This is our Ski Junior 10-12 four-stroke lights class. Ski Vets, race 13, come on down. Mike, Rick, and Brian, come on down the line, please. Race 13, come to the line. Race 12 underway right now. Coming on through on the outside and inside. Let's see here. That looks like Felix on the 466 boat holding the whole shot right there, followed by Tristan. And then Trent. We got Bentley on the 319 coming on through. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4 unofficially. Coming on through the horseshoe. Felix holding a good shot there. Big shout out to Joe Borowski and TSC Marine out there sponsoring that boat for Felix this weekend. Attaboy, Joe. Joe and BB with the new baby out here. I bet Dad Basil's out there on the beach cheering on Felix. Look at Felix open up on the outside coming around the back. Man, look at that ski go. I think it looks like we might have Tristan holding that second spot, followed by Trent and Bentley. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Felix is coming on through on the outside. Let's see what happens here. Tristan's going to take it on the outside. All three of them on the outside. And let's see, Bentley is going to follow them on the outside. All four skis coming on through on the outside.
You got one more moto today to back up that race of the day candidate. This is like drag racing. Once you do it once, you got to do it again and back it up. Because you could get knocked off.
All right, race number 12 is underway. Race 13, come to the line. Race 13, come to the line, please.
Ashley Sewell reminds me of Erica Enders.
Hey, Ashley, is it Sewell or Sewell? How do you pronounce it properly? Because it's bugging me. Sewell, like the dealership.
It reminds me of Erica Enders. If you don't know who Erica Enders is, look her up. She's a wonderful lady. She's in drag racing. She's a pro stock drag racer. I do know her personally. She's very, very nice. You remind me of Erica. And she's a great athlete. She's a pro athlete.
Advocate of the sport.
She really is. She gives the best interviews. So look up a lady named Erica Enders and follow her. Her and her sister, which remind me a lot of you two. They do media together. They do everything together. They love each other. They're best friends. They're partners. All kinds of stuff. Y'all remind me both of them too. You got great potential.
Where are you going to be doing autographs at? We love you. All right, race 12 is underway right now. Race number 13 should be on the line. And I do not. Okay, I see a couple skis down there.
Yeah, they're down there.
All right, Wild Bill's out there getting them lined out.
This is a four-stroke stock class.
All right, here we go.
I see Mark Marriott's
on the 466 ski, leading the pack over here. Here comes Felix.
He's on that turbo. It's not turbo, but it's got a big, big tune on it from TCS Marine.
That's right. That's Joe Borowski's group.
That's Tristan there on that lemon helmet. Told me he's riding 5 motos today. I believe this is his 3rd one. And then there's his brother Trent. That's got that awesome haircut under that helmet. And then that's Bentley, right? Bentley Cox on the black Superjet.
That's right, on the number 319 right there.
He's got the only black Superjet 4-stroke. He stands out in the crowd.
Sean and his mama over there, Sean Cox. All of it's family racing right there. They're good people all the way from Plasma. They've been racing with us here for several years. Racing with Terry. I just want to give that thanks for the Cox family coming out and racing with us this evening.
I want to thank you for being up here and tag teaming this with me.
It's good. It's a Nationals, man. Last year I did this by myself, and it was a lot. So, two people make the world go round, at least on the microphone. We try to get people on the mic, but then they're like...
Justin Smith running his hands through his hair
That's right.
A cowboy only takes his hat off for two things, and rubbing your hands through your hair is one of them.
Yeah, but Mama is on the beach.
Oh, well. You know what? Mrs. Smith last night, Mama Smith, however you want to call it,
We're making the ranch crack up over here.
She had a handful, and when I don't mean one handful, I think she had 6 trophies or more clasped to her chest last night, carrying out her boys.
I'm telling you what, those Smith boys, they are collecting the hardware.
The weekend, I tell you what, Deplorable Racing, I have a request for Deplorable Racing. At the end of this, I'd really like all the trophies lined up with the picture, because they're just racking them up. No, air conditioning and a fan. No, Javier's mom's coming to grace me. No, she actually told me she likes Javier's mom. I like it too. I don't know your name, but I can call you Javier's mom and you answer to it. And that's actually an honor to be called Javier's mom. I don't. Air conditioning and a fan would be great. No, I have water. Air conditioning and a fan would be wonderful. But everybody wants that. Yeah. Winning lottery ticket. Yeah. A John Caldwell pool. John, next year I think we need to have a pool on a trailer, buddy. We need to have like an observation deck pool that everybody can just get in and watch from the pool. I could announce from the pool. Right. We'll take a raffle for a pool. Javier's mom, he told me he'd get me a pool. He told me he'd get me a pool today. I know it'll be inflatable. I don't mind. Here comes Jerry the Mellet Man. Oh, he's got moto option shorts. Those are awesome. Are those for sale? 1 pair left, moto option shorts. And, of course, we got Jet Tribe shorts. Now, it looks like Miss Shanti, who I don't blame one bit, is staying in the motor coach, getting everything done. So one of the bosses is texting me. She wants me to let you know that she has races 1 through 9 up. The results, you do have 30 minutes from the time they were posted to challenge. So if you missed a buoy and they caught it and you made it up and they didn't make that, you can go challenge that or forever hold your peace. This is a national championship on the line and money in most classes, so please go check the pit order. We can introduce these riders to you. This is race 13. We thank all the boys for the last one. On the 35 out of Houston, Texas, riding for Elite Optics, that's Adrian Fisk. On the 57, that's Mark Mariotsky. That's Miss Sadie Meyer. On the 125, he put on a show for us yesterday, folks. He's out of Corona, California. He rides for Parker Boat Company, Pro Watercraft, TC Freeride, Ignite Racing Fuels, Fly Racing, Jet Trim, ODI Grips. It's Josh Simon. On the 713, out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, Full Throttle Custom Spaces, TC Freeride, Works Racing Components, Just Trim, Jet Pilot, Fast House, EKS Brand, Deep Stream, Detail Solutions, Lace Belt Company. That's Tanner Wright.
And on the number 777 from Lake Havasu, Arizona, sponsored by OnlyFans, Hydroturf SBT, Bunk Away, Hill Unlimited, Bomber Eyewear, Pro Watercraft, Chris Hagen Specialist right there, Camel Towing,
Quakey Sense.
Thank you.
ADA Racing, Bossman Built, Gasperon Trucking.
That is Anna Glenning.
777 means winner if you're at the casino. It sure does, doesn't it? That's why she runs it. That's right. Tim Miller also a 777, but when he went pro, they told him that was too many numbers, so he needed to shorten it up. So he said, well, I always run 3 sevens. And they said, what? He goes, I always run 3 sevens. And they said, okay, then be 37.
get him a good night's rest? Perfect.
All right. We got the stock 1500s. Ba 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 ba. Are y'all leaving or just taking a break? Cooper needs his fans today. Taking a break. Okay. He's on a break for a little while, so this is a good time. How do y'all feel about Cooper? Oh, yeah. Like Kool-Aid. Red flag start, red flag start. That ba-ba-ba was probably a little bit of premature acceleration. I'm going to mosey on down like I did yesterday and do a little mobile fruitile. See if we can't play with somebody over here. We're in the Cooper Caldwell hospitality area right now. His fan said he was taking a break, but since they won't listen to me or anything, we'll ask, how do you boys and girls feel about Cooper Caldwell? Crickets. Well, that's all right. Hey, you're under his tent. He's the reason you're here, so. Is he around here? Is he racing? No, that's not. That's a ski class. Oh, he's getting staged up. Well, that means he's listening to me. Okay, yeah. How are you feeling? You were good. You were on the 405 earlier. Yeah? Did you feel good on it? Good. You look good. You won't come to me. I'm going to come out here to y'all. I ain't scared. Not one bit. Premature acceleration on that start. Adrian, was it you? Justin giving instructions. We're going to come. Tristan sitting here on his ski. Tristan doing a lot of racing ones class. 2-minute hold, 2-minute hold. 2-minute hold. Everybody have a holder? Yeah, they sure do. Oh, hey, yeah. We noticed you're riding one race, and then you have one race to sit, and then you have to ride another race. It's actually 2 this time. Okay. All right, hold over. So I'm actually down here. I'm looking at Josh. He's on that 125. I get a better look at him. Adrian's going to give him a run for his money today. Looks like we got Brian Snyder also in this race. Charles Ginchard. Mike Millhills. You can definitely hear that commander in that bullet. Oh, we got a rider down on the start. Rider down right there. That looks like Adrian. Adrian catching a rail in between the 2 skis. They're going to red flag it again. I believe Adrian and Brian maybe have the most laps so far out of the weekend for this class. Adrian catching a ride, not wasting his energy swimming. That's really, really smart. If you wonder about that, there is some logic behind it. If you fall off your ski and it gets away from you, it takes as much energy to swim to your ski as it does to ride one lap. So if the course marshals can get to you quick enough and pick you up and carry you to your ski, you waste less energy that way. Most of the time you get to your ski a lot faster, and you can get up and get underway to try to get your position back. I'm down here on the line, and we were mistaking Tricia Poper's wetsuit for Stacy Meyer. They're wearing the exact same color wetsuit and almost the same color helmet. Now I see the difference. Stacy, if you can hear me, put your hand up. She can't. It's hard to hear in those helmets, folks. Anna Glennon also next to her. Anna Glennon, the jet girl. JP Gasparone holding for Anna. They're riding together from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. We'll see JP later in the, I see JB. JB later in the GP class. There's Sean getting everybody checked in. Sorry about the start on this one, folks. These are skis that they're stock, but that doesn't mean slow. And this is a Pro-Am class, so these are the most experienced riders on these skis. And we want to give them all the chance in the world. Adrian had a bit of problem with the cross waves, as I call them. When the waves from this jet skis come together at a point like an arrowhead, it makes the front of your ski want to hunt. That's the description of it. So when that happens and it hunts too far left or right, it will throw the ski out from underneath you. It will throw the ski out from underneath you. There's really not much you can do to control that. You do have to change your line. For me, I have high anxiety, so that's one of the things I actually fear the most is when those waves come together like that, knowing that most likely I'm about to make it through or fall. Motocross comparable would be like the whoops section. A lot of riders have to just motor through the whoops and hope for the best. It's the same type scenario. Tristan Hebert here with me. He knows about what I'm talking about. So when you're in a start, and the arrow waves, as I like to call them, are coming up, and you know your jet ski may go left or right, what do you do to contend with that? So Tristan, not really a man of words. He says he just rides. But if you fall, are you disappointed? Do you learn anything from when you fall?
Yeah.
Do you learn not to do it again, or do you learn anything? Do it again. That's pretty common. So Adrian's twisted his knee, and that's something I suffer from, so I always keep a brace in case I have to ride my mountain bike with me. I just got it out of my truck for him because I knew I had it, and we're putting it on him right now. We're going to put his shoe back on, and we're going to get him on the line. So if people could give a round of applause for Adrian Fisk. He's going to ride. It's like Daniel's son at the end of Karate Kid 1. Daniel LaRusso is going to fight. Adrian Fisk is going to ride. skinnier. You got this, Adrian. Justin called 6 laps. He started on the opposite knee. That's not the knee he normally starts on. He's frustrated already, but he's going to do his best, y'all. He's out there for points. He's out there for a national championship. He's racing with a heavy heart. His buddy Mark's not out there, but I know Mark's listening. We got Adrian like Daniel LaRusso, and we got Mark like, remember the Titans right now. Touch me. Okay. Okay. Race 14, we need some holders to the line. I'll auction them off if I have to. Josh out front, Anna behind him. Mark Snyder, Stacy, Charles Ginchard, Mike Millhills, and here comes Adrian. He got a start in. He's listening to me. Just go out there, ride, get your points, buddy. We get some ice on it, get it wrapped before the next one. Hey Ryan, you up in the tower? You hot, buddy? Okay, I see Ryan up there. We're close. It's hot. Will, you need to do it. We need the holders. Out of range. We need holders for this race, please. There's a lot of runabouts in this race. We combine, so we need holders. I will auction off holders. I believe right now we need 5. There goes Brian Snyder across for the green flag. Only 6 laps on this one. We'll want to say it's Josh out front on the 125. Followed behind him, Anna Glennon on the 777. There's Stacy Meyer on the 57. Sadie Marie. She's from Wisconsin, where they make cheese. That's cool. Is that why she wears a yellow wetsuit? Maybe. They look like fishing lures when they wear that chartreuse and orange like that. I think that's why the hawks were circling over, and Victor probably like, ooh, I'd like to eat some of that. Holders to the line, please. If you're not doing anything and you can get wet, come down to the line. We need you to hold these runabouts. Moto option. We got one holder needed. It looks like it's for Kyle Robinson. We need a holder for Kyle Robinson. 2 holders for Kyle Robinson. 1 holder for Greg Swell. 2 holders for Greg Swell. So that's 4 people, 1 holder. That means 5. So we're going to start this auction off. I need 5 holders to the line. 5 holders. Come on, holders. There's 1. Were you a holder, sir? Are you a holder, sir? Now 4 holders. 4 holders. He said he's a hold. Drew's not going to hold. We need 3 holders. 3 holders to the line right now. 3. Donna, you're not going to hold. I know that. Make your way to the beach and hold a jet ski. I'll kick my shoes off and do it if I have to. Ryan, can you get the sheet ready to introduce these next riders, please? I might have to hold. How many holders, guys? How many holders do we need? Kyle, how many holders? Kyle looks like he's got 2. Miller's got 2. What's that? I got it. I got a hand on it right now. Yeah, the wind's whipping up. If you don't have your tent, hold down. Somebody grab one real quick. The wind's starting to pick up. Yep, the wind's really starting to pick up, so definitely move on over and grab the tent. Enjoy the cool breeze. That's all right, as long as it's cool. The good Lord turned the fan on for us. We'll take it. There's Mike Myhills out of Austin Jet Skier on that 6 Super Jet. Josh coming behind him. Looks like putting him a lap down. Josh looking really, really good on that SXR 1500. I'd love to talk to him before the weekend's over. He's a great rider on those skis, just like Adrian and Mark are. Glad he showed up to ride with them. Look at that pass right out of the end of the horseshoe, Josh Smith. There's Charles Ginchard going into the horseshoe now on that Bullet. There's Anna Clinton on the 777. She's really got her ski moving for the weekend. Don't know which rider that is. Did y'all say that's Sadie on that black and red boat? A lot of runabouts in this class, guys. A lot of runabouts in this class. So if you can hold when this class comes up, that's race 14. We need you to make your way to the water. Brian Snyder on the 410. Stacy Meyer on that 57, bright yellow wetsuit. She's doing the cross. There's Adrian Fisk. He's out there putting a moto together. There's Josh finishing just behind him. Didn't put him a lap down. That's great. Josh said I haven't spoke with him, but he's the Moto 1 winner, so that puts him in excellent place for the overall so far. Great looking 1500 SXR with a wrap. Wearing a Jet Pilot wetsuit. We need 2 more holders. Okay, so they're saying that we got some juniors down there holding a boat, and that's not good. So if you're older than 12 to 15 years old like they are, we need you down here to hold. I appreciate you young guys coming down what I asked you to do. I know that both of y'all, especially Trent, like to help, but we need, this is serious. We don't need youngsters down here doing this. Michael, will you go down there and hold a runabout, please? You have gloves on and you can get wet. I will hold your thing. Okay, he says no. Screw it, I'll hold. I'll see. Ryan, I've been in the water. Ryan's up there styling and profiling for me. Like Flair. Oh, we got Cooper Caldwell's fan club coming to the beach. Which way's the beach, Cooper Caldwell fan club? None of them know that joke. Well, here, I don't know if my microphone will reach that far. None of them reach that far. So look, kids, when somebody asks you which way the beach is, you do this. He's got it. He's got it. So anytime somebody asks you which way the beach is, always flex one. See, they're doing it now. See, you learned something today. This sand is hot. Let me see if I can get next to Sean's clipboard down here and introduce these riders to you. This is a big class. It says race 14. That's where we are. So on the 717, that's Pablo Pagan. On the 193, you know him. We love him. That's Cooper Caldwell. The 24 is Kyle Robinson. And he gets a good fan base, too. The 413 is Greg Sewell. The 30 is Kevin Bice. The 33 is Jarrett Patterson. The 86 is Javier Falcone. The 5 is Mark Grasmick. The 37 is Tim Miller. The 67 is Rick Cantola. We combined with another moto, and I'm going to look and see. I got most of them. Oh, Mark the Madman Gaskin is out there. We combined him earlier. And I don't know who's on that black Sea-Doo right there. I don't know who's on the pole position in that black Sea-Doo. It's not Pablo. Pablo's in the middle. We got a 2-minute hold. I think somebody doesn't have it in sport mode. Put it in sport mode, buddy. Everybody should be in sport mode. Except Rick Cantola. He needs to be in eco mode. Rick Cantola needs to be in eco mode. What a start, folks. What a start. Where is Cooper Caldwell in this start? It looks like everybody's out there pressure washing each other. Yeah, it looks like Tim Miller on the inside through the blue buoys first. No, that's Rick Cantola. Excuse me. Look at Rick Cantola go. That is Tim Miller on the outside.
Yeah, you're right.
That's Cooper Caldwell behind him.
That's Rick, Tim, and Cooper Caldwell. 1, 2, 3 unofficially.
Tyler Gaskin 4. Pablo Pagan 5. Rick Sewell 6. Mark the Madman Gaskin 7. That's Kyle Robinson in 7. And Javier Falcone. Tyler goes wide. Javier goes around the horseshoe. Mixed buoys everywhere. Kyle Robinson all over the race course. Javier checks up. Jarrett behind him on the 33. I'll hug you. I love the sport race, but that rec race so far, I really wish Rick Cantola would put his ski in eco mode. I really wish he would. It sounds great like that. I'm enjoying it, but I promise you, Tim Miller wants to race Rick Cantola really, really, really bad. And Cooper Caldwell wants to race them both. Look at Cooper go. Now, he told me he'd stand up if the wave did the right certain thing. It hasn't done it yet, but look at him put the inside in. Ride it out there like a sport bike. Cooper loves that FX, y'all. Great racing in this combined runabout class. Mark the Madman Gaskin there. Kyle Robinson does that makeup buoy out there. I saw him do it. So now Javier on the 86 battling it out with Jarrett from Moto Option. And there's Kevin Quinn on the 30. I see 30 on the side of his ski now. So Kevin out there. This class a little bit more advanced than him, but he's out there holding his own well. What a pass right there by Rick Cantola. Rick Cantola putting the laps on. Uh-oh. When they pop like that, guys, that's not good. That means it was out of the water revving a little too long. What do y'all feel? Racing the Day candidate or not? You can see the waves coming up on the beach. The runabouts out there churning up the water for us. Race 15 to the line. Race 15 to the line. Whatever that pop was for Rick Cantola, it's not phasing him right now. Tim Miller still in second. Cooper Caldwell hard in chase. There's Pablo Pagan and Greg Swell, followed by Kyle Robinson. So, yes, these are runabouts, and they look easy to ride, but when they're out there bouncing around like that, it's actually really, really hard on your thighs. You're gripping the seat with your thighs. They're your shock absorbers. And your bottom is your dampener. And your upper body, your shoulders, and your biceps are what you're using to steer the boat while they're constantly bouncing. If you know what I mean, I feel sorry for the ladies out there doing this. It's rough on them, I know. I know it is. Ashley says that's why she's not in the big boat class yet. Yeah, she was. And Bailey, too. She was on the big boat. I'm sure Lululemon or somebody out there has something. I'm sure. Jet Tribe may actually have something for that, and if they don't, they need to. Yeah. Sarah up at Jet Tribe, she understands that. I was with her a lot last night. Got to meet all the Jet Tribe family. Of course, they're a sponsor of this race, sponsor of the series. Their son, Andrew, had a long talk with him. He's inheriting my old football coach, and he's going to be a freshman this year, so we're looking forward to following Andrew in his academic career and in band. I hope he does marching band. Love to see that. Rick Cantola 2 laps left. Fixing to put Mark the Madman Gaskin a lap down. Meanwhile, behind him, we've got Cooper Caldwell and Tim Miller very, very close. They're a buoy length apart. They're putting Kyle Robinson a lap down. They've teamed up and decided they're not going to race each other. They're going to follow to try to catch Rick Cantola. There is enough time. Rick could have a problem. We heard that boat pop a while ago, and they want to make sure they're in a position to catch him. We got a rider down. Oh, and it's Javier Falcone. Javier Falcone down on the outside of the yellow flag. Yellow flag. Javier puts his hand up. Course marshals get to him. Pablo sees him. They go around. Greg Swell sees him. All right, great example there. Course marshal told him to skip that red buoy. Shanti is texting me. Thank you, Miss Shanti, that race 1 through 12 is up. 1 through 12 results are up. You have 30 minutes to challenge. Thank you, Miss Shanti. Here comes Rick Cantola for the white flag, putting the 316 a lap down. Tim Miller's only 2 buoys behind him, folks. Rick Cantola and all that horsepower is going down for these riders. Tim Miller also has to get around them. Not seeing the lapper flag much, but the riders are conscious that there's racing going on behind them, so they're getting out of the way. If you want to see an example of how to lap somebody, Tim Miller is going to go to the outside of the split. The split rider is going to go to the inside, giving Cooper and Tim both free clear water to continue on their race. I can tell you what I don't want to do. I'm standing in the shade right now with my feet in the cool sand. I don't want to walk barefooted in the hot sand, so I'm just going to put my shoes on with no socks, and I'm going to make my way back up to the announcing tent, because down here I don't really have a score sheet. Sean's out there trying to load them up. Thank you for all the support and talk down here on the starting line. I'll come back a little bit later. This was a good race, y'all. This was a really good race. Tim Miller and Cooper Caldwell right there at the end. I'm going to go ahead and put this down as Race of the Day candidate. Y'all can cheer for it later. Cooper Caldwell's in this race. I know he's got a big fan base, so he can win either one, Runabout Rec Lights or Runabout Stock. You know what? Well, I could. Well, I need to introduce riders. We're still live streaming, right, Charles? Yeah? Maybe. Where's Rick? Where's Rick at? I know he's probably already on the trailer by now. Is he still out there, or did he already go to the trailer? Where's Rick at? Oh, my mic isn't working anymore. Yeah, it is. It's still hot. There's Rick. What'd you think about that, Terry? So Terry actually loves seeing full lines. That if you want to please Terry, show up to a race in a class that has a full line. There's nothing that gets him more excited than full lines, is there, Terry?
Great racing. That's all about it.
Well, and he likes the fact that I point out race of the day. That's when he comes to me at the end of the day, he goes, "You called that right. That was the race of the day." And if I call it wrong, and he tells me that Tristan or Trent Jackson was in a better race, he reminds me of that. So does Miss Shanti, actually. We're going to try to get a word with Rick Cantola. Rick and I raced in the veterans class together, along with his wife Kelly. I had more laps with Kelly than Rick. That was some great racing right there, guys. Hey, Rick, when you come up here on the four-wheeler, Rick Cantola, when we come up here on the four-wheeler, you want to get a word with us? You'll rope him over this way, tell him to make a big loop. Charles, they're not coming to me, so we're going to try to come to them, okay, buddy? This one right here. Can't hear? Right. Well, he's going to be on the four-wheeler. I don't mind if he's on the four-wheeler. Can you make a loop around here real quick? Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to take a quick interview here with Rick Cantola at Peak Power Sports. If you want, you can spin around. This is his wife, Kelly. Kelly and I raced together probably the most laps out of anybody here in the veterans class. So I'm really excited to see both of them. But Rick is a Region 5 visitor, but he comes here a lot, races with us. He owns Peak Power Sports in Colorado, which is a beautiful place. If you ever visit Colorado, stop by and see Rick and Kelly. They own a beautiful business. It's part of I want to do that. But Rick, you moved from earlier. You wanted to combine, have a bigger class, have more people. You just lapped a whole bunch of people, which I know that's what you wanted to do. But you had Tim Miller and Cooper Caldwell, just one buoy behind you. They're on a little bit slower horsepower boats, but all of them handle about the same. So tell us, we know you're rocket fast. I asked you to put it in eco mode for me. I think you did. But can you tell us about that out there? It pop there a little bit a few times at the end. I said, uh-oh, they don't like it when they do that. So it was a wonderful show. We're going to go ahead and put you in contention for Race of the Day candidate on that. You're in contention. We do a Race of the Day. Everybody kind of claps at the end of the day for that, something what I like to do to showcase what was good. So y'all are Race of the Day candidates. You'll be up for it again later with Cooper and Tim. We look forward to seeing you both race. We love you both. We're glad you're here. You got anything you want to say, Miss Kelly? No? She's not a talker. She's not a talker. Rick Cantola, Kelly Cantola, Peak Power Sports. Hey! Aledo High School football. Oh, that makes me feel good. This guy's gone on an Ian Kinsler replica shirt, and that was one of the influences behind naming my son. His name's Kinzer. Not Kinsler, but Kinzer. And he was popular when he was born, Ian Kinsler. So that was part of that. The board says 15 or 16, I think. The board says... Ooh, I got rocks in my shoes. I want to remind you that we've got 95.9 The Ranch on remote. They came out to visit with us today. They are a country music station that specifies in Texas country music, which is my favorite form of country music. Race 15 is on the line right now. Travis Flenga is in this moto. He's the one that drove to Oklahoma City last night to get a new pump. Hagen Smith also in this moto. Mason Katera on the 198 in this one, along with Sierra Lambert. She's out of Temple, Texas. That's the 5 Superjet. I can see it real good down there. Mike Myhill's out of Austin on the 6. He's the bright white Superjet with the big number 6. Looks like Brad Keselowski's number 6. Tristan Hebert out there again on the Commander. He's got that bright yellow helmet, usually near the front, and when he's on the Commander. I'd be willing to bet, I haven't looked at, I just got back up and I'm looking at the sheet, reading it off, and I'm willing to bet that Travis Flenga is out front. And Hagen is somewhere close to him, and also Mason Katera, because they ride really similar together. So that's actually Hagen out front right now, unofficially, followed by Travis Falanga. See, I was close. There's Tristan Hebert. And a close battle there with Mason Katera. Somebody found those on the beach and brought them up to me to say that they lost them, but, I mean, they are good gloves. Oh, well. They were down there asking for holders, and nobody was showing up, and I was like, all right, well, let me, I'm fully clothed. I don't mind getting the water, but I had to take my shoes off. And what did you think about me running to my truck, getting Adrian Fisk a brace, getting it on his leg, and getting him back on the line?
You know what? Man, I'm almost speechless.
That's what friends are for.
Tell you what, that's the family, the camaraderie of our race series. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. When you're racing in Texas, we're going to have your back.
Thank you for being a friend. Well, I had his knee, not his back.
Knee, back, shoulder. We got you.
What does every jet ski racer need?
A 10 millimeter?
More than okay.
Come on, that's a dad joke. It came out of the database.
That's good. That is good. But what else does every jet skier need?
And the answer is
a 10-year-old's back.
Baby gone.
Yeah, all babies that got back. When you get old, it doesn't get any easier on the jet ski. When I lost weight, when I went through my weight loss surgery, the doctor, always says you need to have something, a goal, a reason to do all this for. What do you have? And my little boy, he's a runner, so you got to be a little quick to react, try to catch him before he goes. And then, of course, they would run, Forrest, run. Well, the reason I can run so slow as I do is because of him. But he said, oh, okay, I get that. But why do you really want to lose weight? And I said, sir, I want to be able to ride my jet ski comfortably again. He goes, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good reason to lose weight. And I've done it, and I've been back on my jet ski a few times since. The Jet Tribe young ladies, I'm not going to call them models. I know that's what their profession is, and I respect that. But they're also young ladies. They're from this great state we live in called Texas. They're here to promote Jet Tribe, who's one of our sponsors. And they do nice things like pose in front of your jet ski with nice Jet Tribe apparel on. Brittany, Miss Jet Tribe, she's the one that answers your emails and fills your orders when you order them online. That's the person that puts the hands on your stuff to go to your home. That's the, what do you call it?
Liaison.
You're in good hands with Brittany.
That's right. White flag is out. White flag is out.
Race 16 to the line. Looks like
a few of them
most of you there. Race 16 we're just going to call Vintage Everything.
Vintage Everything class.
But we do have Jeff Wright on tap today.
That's
He's
right.
going to be back on the 550 today.
No, I think he's on Sean's 650. He's on the Yamasaki.
Oh, okay. All right. He did mention that. I think he said something about he would save the 550 for Worlds. I don't know what I got on my hand. I think it's from my brace. I think.
Hey, Gary Marriott, please come on up to the Jet Tribe trailer. Gary Marriott, please come on up to the Jet Tribe trailer.
We owe you an apology. We understand you're riding Mark Marriott ski, but you're racing the same wetsuit that Trisha
And
Popery
look at those nails on this lady.
You're about the same height as Trisha. Your hair color is the same. Your helmet color is similar. If Trisha is your hero, that's okay. Maybe Trisha needs a hero, and she could be you. You're definitely Twinkies. Ryan and I definitely apologize. We thought Trisha might have just jumped on somebody's ski. We said that for the first few motos, but please introduce yourself to us. We would love to get to know you.
I'm Sadie Meir. I'm from Lake Mills, Wisconsin.
All right.
And that's where they grow cheese. Who's your favorite football team?
Packers.
Hey, did you bring a cheese head this weekend? What? You should. Oh, all right.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Ryan has a cowboy
You
hat.
are in the right state for
So
that.
look, that's right.
You cannot go about a block without finding a
Try
cowboy
on
hat.
Ryan's cowboy hat. Take a picture with it. Right. Put on, because that's a good one. Is that a Stetson or a Restall?
It's got a good sweatband on
Is
it.
that a Stetson or a Restall?
It may come from Lowe's. If you
Well,
don't know
okay.
Lowe's.
That's fine. That's fine. So how does it feel? It looks great. Yeah. So the way you try on a cowboy hat is try one on first, and if you say no, it's not me, then you know right away. But Fort Worth is actually one of the best towns to buy a cowboy hat in.
That's Cowtown
That
right
is
there.
true. It's Cowtown. You can go down to it's the trading post, but there's a few Western stores at the stockyards, and they'll actually fit a cowboy hat to you, and they'll bend it to a George Strait cut right, exactly. So before you leave the area to go back to Wisconsin, if you have time to visit a store that can do that, it's a wonderful investment. You look great.
Worst case, you can always hit up Buc-ee's.
And and look, it is Texas. You can get anything anywhere. And for nostalgia, just get one anywhere at first. But when you like it, if it's something you really enjoy, go back and invest in a nice stretched, bent cowboy hat.
So the
I
X2
have a
class
straw
is
hat
going to
for
have
that
a Le
reason.
Mans start.
It's great
us
to
three
cut
racing,
grass
and we
in,
usually
keeps
race
the
against each
sun
other.
off
We're
your
all
back of
friends
your
and
neck
brothers
and
here.
your
So
Or,
what we're
ears.
going to
order
be
curdled
doing,
cheese.
we're going to have
You
our
could. You
hold our
could.
skis, and we are
You
going to
could.
run from
So,
the shore.
we know
put
you're
our
on Mark
keys
Marriott
in,
Ski. Do you
and then
have any
attempt to get
sponsors?
started and head down the line as fast as we can go.
That's right. I love it.
South Factory, Red Magazine, Jet Pilot, Safe Speed.
Oh, hey, he said we can go up.
None of that is on your score sheet, so we appreciate you coming up and saying all that. It's lovely to watch you ride. So basically, you came here just to race this event. You're borrowing a ski from someone else. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be a borrow share, but now it's yours. And all of our hearts go out to Mark. But how did you hook up with Mark on this deal? How did it happen? Did he reach out to you? Did you reach out to him? It works, and for you it works. All right, so see, listen, this is how this connects. Mark is from down here, kind of. This is close for him, but up there is close too. So he races here, he races there. He meets people up there and tell them how great the races are here. Here they are in front of us. That's how it starts. So thank you very much for coming out. Come back and talk to us more. We'd love to have you both. We've obviously got another day of racing tomorrow. If there's any swag you may have from all those wonderful sponsors, if they send anything with you, we'd love to come up here and give it away or anything like that. And she's got that nice Wisconsin accent, which I know Texas people have accents to them, and it's a little strange, but you hit it because I said, "What are you a fan of?" And you said, "All the Packers." Yeah, we say Packers. So see, that's what's funny. A lot of people in Texas actually hate the Cowboys because so many people love them. And when you find a Cowboys hater, they're actually really fun. So you are a Packers hater loving the Cowboys, so you're usually always the people to pick on. Down here, it's either the Redskins, the Packers, or the 49ers. So, yes. Katie Beard. All right, I'll get it right. And definitely not Trisha Coker. Oh, I'll stand up. Hold on. National championship. She's in love with Mark Marriott ski. Who wouldn't be? So, much like yesterday, I see an X2 out front. Race 17 to staging. Race 17 to staging. It looks like Tanner Katera is out front on the Alien ski. We got a rider down on the outside of the course. We got a rider down on it is. That's one of the brothers Katera on the X2. He's doing body turns for me because you can see the whites of his legs. That's Jeff Wright on the old square nose Superjet. Boy, this water is cold. There's Drew right there on the X2, not having the day today like he did yesterday. And then there's Shannon Watson. Shannon Watson out there on the back on the X2. Miss Shanti texting, race 1 through 12 is up. I'm willing to bet that 1 through 14 is probably also up. She just hasn't sent it yet. We can check on the media here and see. Miss Swell is sharing stuff. Mark Marriott congratulating Adrian Fisk. All right, we got a little shout out from my crew down home. Shout outs from my people that visited me this morning. Thank you so much. Charles Ginchard sharing that we're streaming live on the internet. Mark Marriott in the hospital bed. How are we doing, Cooper Caldwell fan base? How are we doing? Boy, that water is cold. It's amazing how they make these coolers nowadays to keep these temps inside these deals. Jet Tribe, grab some shade, get some sunscreen, please. Jet Tribe ladies, please find some sunscreen now. Mr. Handler, please get some suntan oil. Please get them on something. And they're wearing things that don't breathe, so they need to cool off. I'm in safety. I know these things. All right. X2 is over. And your unofficial winner in the X2 class was Tanner Katera, followed by Drew Stallhut and Shannon Watson. Jeff Kelly was on the Superjet, and Jeff Wright was on the Square Nose Superjet. I'm gonna bring my clipboard down there. Ryan's up here. Come see 95.9 The Ranch. They've got some giveaways, and they're packing up now, so we thank them for coming out. If you're in the area for the next night or so, and you're looking for a local radio station, you'll hear people like Josh Abbott, Casey Donahue, William Clark Green, Pat Green, Corey Morrow, It's all great music about our great state and the things and the people and the women that we love. Yeah, look, see, this is a nice spectator that's willing to give the announcer a ride. Don't go past that blue. Sometimes you just get a ride. Well, I get all the shade I need, but
Randy!
this is what. Well, I'm going to announce it for you. You can just listen if you can hear me.
I was looking for a lady that wanted a
So
sticker
we're
and
on
welcome
race
sticker. I don't remember what
17.
she looked like.
This is Pro Am GP Ski, so these are the fast guys. These are aftermarket boats with motors from a stock boat that are highly modified. They run on race gas, which is what makes that lovely, lovely smell. And we're going to introduce you to them right now. On the inside, on that bright lime green Pro Force, he's out of Lavernia, Texas. That is Mason Katara. He rides for Pro Watercraft. Inside him, Jeremy, you're on the 10 or the 67, buddy? You told me the 67. That looks like the 10. Trish is kind of shaking. So it's the black speckle-painted boat there with 10 on the side. And he rides for Leisure Pools, Peak Power Company, Jet Trim, Jet Tribe, and Flow Vision. That's Jeremy Poper. And on the outside start, that's the bright yellow, blue, and gold boat. He's out of Waco, Texas. He rides for Deplorable Racing, J. Caldwell Pools, Dean's Team, Commander Industries, Watercross of Texas, JD 232 Race Salvage, that's me. That's the 37 of Mr. Money, Tim Miller. And on the 91, all the way on the outside pole, that is the bright red ski. It's a Bullet, which is a different manufacturer. He's out of Flagstaff, Arizona, and he rides for Gasparone Trucking. That's J.B. Gasparone. And on the 155, that is the bright blue, pink, and black boat. He is out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He was the young man doing the backflips for us this morning and riding the Super Jet in the stock class. That is Coy Curtis. Is that Taylor Curtis's kid? The freestyle guy? Nobody's answered that yet. So Coy looking very, very professional. He's got on a light blue suit, a lot like what Jeff Jacobs used to wear. And it matches his ski. We're waiting on Justin to call the laps. This is race 17. This is the last race of the day, isn't it? It sure is. So we're going to go on break after this one. We're just going to let you listen to this, folks. There's no better sound in motorsports than this right here. Justin's explaining to him this is a payout class, so we want a good, clean race and make everybody sure they can earn their keep this way. 2-minute hold, 2-minute hold. We're good. Turn an ear to the starting line. There's no better sound than this, folks. Red flag start. It could have been premature acceleration. It looked like everybody held their line. They may have even been kneeled down a little too long. You're supposed to stand up immediately. But they're little guys. They're not tall guys. I think Tim is the tallest in his class, and he's not a very tall guy. Mason actually also pretty tall, though. Beach, of course, is a little lower, so that helps Mason out as far as height. I mean, Mason is the tallest. Billy, what do you think? You think Mason's the tallest? Ty's the tallest out of all of y'all. I know that. I know all the Katera boys. They're great kids. They're not kids anymore. They're men now. They were kids when I met them. Old 650. No, that's a 750. Is that a 750 or an 800, Drew? Sound in motorsports, folks. Please don't blow away. I need you. No, my sheets came off my clipboard. Miller for fourth. Ryan, I think I'm going to need an IV, buddy. I think I'm going to need a cold drink and possibly a massage after that one. If anyone has a voice they can lend me for a day and a half, I'd gladly take it. I'll even pay you for it. My wife is going to thank you because I'm going to go home and not want to say very much. My coworkers are going to thank you very much because they call me Noe Joey. The winner or the second place? The winner is out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's with a group called TC Freeriders. They ride at Lake Havasu City. That was great. Anybody in that race, they need a towel, a oxygen mask. I got to sign off. Roll me back around, please. This is fun. We'll do this later. Because I don't have my radio that he's going to say, Joey, we need to sign off. But you know what? Y'all get to be on the internet. If you want it or not, because I'm not getting off this thing. Go right there in front of the that tent, and I'll get on the end and stand in front of y'all, and I'll introduce you, actually, too. Yeah, right here. Hold on. Charles, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. We'll do a sign-off real quick. We'll introduce. So we got a lot of spectators from the city of Weatherford. They've been coming down here every day. They live here, so they ride down here, and they're curious about what we're doing, and they pay their money to come spectate. We certainly appreciate them. So my name is Joey Domingue, and I am the announcer for the Naughty Water IJSBA Nationals, sponsored by Jet Tribe and Mid-America Sports. We're here with... They're spectators from Weatherford, and they've come about the rider. Dedicated fans. And we do want to thank Pro Watercraft Racing, Charles Ginchard Photography, CF Photography, Dale's Jet Sports, Deplorable Racing, Watercross of Texas, for these Central Nationals, the Tavern, Randy's on the lake, the city of Weatherford. We just saw, in my opinion, what was the race of the day. Earlier in the day, the footage, the Rec Lights class with Cooper Caldwell. So we'll vote on that a little bit later, and we've got another half of racing for the day. But we want to thank you for tuning in and watching us. We'll be back again tomorrow for the final. And Charles, I know you can't chime in or say anything, but you're kind of putting your hand on your watch there and giving me a thumbs up. He's done a great job all week. The scorers, the families, everybody at home, we wish you were here. We hope you can come next year. This is Joey Domingue signing off.